Hello, hello. Testing 1, 2, 3. Happy Saturday, everybody. Mimi Pink Dot here. Evan, hello, how are you? Hi, lurkers. Hi, VOD watchers. Hi, everyone who's coming in throughout this 2-hour stream. Let's start off with the technical difficulties. Of course we have technical difficulties. Why would it be any other? Why? Anyway, I tried to do a scheduled stream. We're doing a dual stream on both YouTube and Twitch. Fingers crossed that it is actually working. And on YouTube, I scheduled a stream so it shows in advance where people can be like, hey, let me know when this starts. And it has a countdown. Hey, we're starting in 20 minutes, 15 minutes, 10 minutes. And when I went live, it went live on Twitch, but it did not go live on YouTube. And I was just running into issues. I'm not sure what I did wrong, but for whatever reason, it didn't work. So I had to create a new YouTube live, and so whatever. You know, it is what it is. What is being a fail streamer without, failing constantly as you stream? But anyway, let's get our little model up. My little ping tuber girly. She's so cute. I like her. She's cute. Tell me how your week has gone. I hope you guys are enjoying your weekend. Let me know if you guys have any plans. What does your weekend look like? What does your day look like? What time of day is it for you? Is it morning, afternoon, evening? For me, it is 10 o'clock in the morning, 11 past 10 now, and I'm excited to hang out with you guys today. Today's stream is going to be chat focused. I want to kind of share different things. Hopefully it invokes like story time or maybe like a Q&A. If you guys like ask me anything, AMA, Q&A, whatever, it'd be really cool. We can talk about our hobbies, any sort of personal stories, any like maybe advice column, whatever. I'm down for whatever. I tend to go on a random stream of consciousness anyway, so whether or not you provide me with content, we'll figure it out. We'll find something to talk about. I should link my YouTube in my bio. Ooh, okay. Not a bad idea. Let's do it now, because if I don't do it now, I won't remember. Your girl is not good at taking notes. All right, my YouTube is youtube.com/@mimipinkdot. I will link it. I will link it here, and then I will also post it in my profile. Thank you for that suggestion. This is how we work together. You guys help me be a better me. All right, so, oops, turn that off. Let's go to my channel. That's working. Twitch is different. It's when I go to the edit button here, it's actually trying to edit my actual live stream and not my bio. So let's scroll down. Will we edit panels here? Recap. I don't need a recap. Share your plus progress. About. My favorite hobbies are new hobbies. My favorite color is Fat Pack. Well, there's no edit button for this here, so it must be somewhere else now. Edit panels. Would this count as a panel? Nope. Well, it must be in Creator Dashboard now. Settings, stream. Yeah, I guess I should do this later because I can't figure it out quickly now. Channel. Haha. Bio. Ha 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 ha. Found it. There's a button for social links. My YouTube. There we go. Got it. Add. Thanks. We did it. Follow me on YouTube. Link below. Perfect. Save changes. Now if you refresh the page, hopefully it works. Perfect. Beautiful, beautiful. We did it. We're brilliant. It shows for you. Beautiful. Yay, thanks. Great suggestion. Let me exit out of my emails here. All right. We've got some music in the background. I kind of generated some different instrumentals that I kind of thought would be chill to listen to in the background. If it's too loud, please do let me know. It looks like we're only seeing Twitch chat show up. That's gonna have to be something that I work on because I'm not seeing YouTube chat on the screen, but I can see Twitch and YouTube chat for myself, so we'll have to fix that. What are my thoughts on multi-streaming? I think there are pros and cons to it. Good morning, Alada Ocelots. Do you prefer being called Alada or Ocelot? Either or, let me know. I think, let's talk about it. The pros and cons of multi-streaming. I wish I could have like a title. Should we add like a title here? Let's see, text. Let's add text. Chat topic. Wow, that's huge. Let's change the size real quick, okay? Because this is kind of huge, bud. Let's change the font as well. I like Bebas. Bebas. Wait, do I have Bebas? I don't. Well, we'll do impact then. Size, how about not 200 and frickin' something? Okay. Pros and cons of multi-streaming. Done. This is the chat topic. Birdifer. Let's move it in the darker part. There, now we can see what we're saying. Haha. Multi-streaming, I would say the pros are potentially a wider reach, right? So I'm streaming on Twitch and YouTube right now. You could also potentially stream on TikTok, Kick, whatever other social media platforms there are that you can stream live on all at once. And I like that idea. Go by both our other names. Alada is fine. All right, awesome. Alada, thanks. Yeah, I don't really think too much negative of multi-streaming. I think it's a good thing, although maybe it splits your focus, right? So like your viewers might be scattered. So, but I don't know. I like the idea of giving the viewers a choice of, do you prefer engaging and watching on YouTube, or do you prefer that on Twitch? You know, and I have a friend who streams, and her chat famously kind of fights with each other, like, oh, YouTube is better, Twitch is better, and it's fun, it's harmless, because on Twitch you have animated emotes. On YouTube, I don't know, you have YouTube, I don't know. But I do think it's good. I think you can have different sort of testing, right? You can test out and help identify like what where you get the most engagement from, like what kind of growth is strongest on one platform versus another. And you have more opportunity for monetization. Although I have seen a couple people who, like, I think there are some rules in some like TOS, like let's say between Twitch and TikTok. Like if you are live on TikTok, you might not be allowed to be on Twitch. So if you say both of those words in one, or if you're like asking for money on one versus another, like that might get you kind of in trouble. So you have to like follow the platform rules. So for example, if you're an affiliate on Twitch, I don't think you're allowed to multi-stream two competing sites simultaneously. I know it used to be that way. It might not be that way anymore. I actually should probably look into that. I think they have released the reins a little bit more in that. But also another con, right? So con, right, is your engagement might be split, or the viewership might be kind of scattered and whatnot. It might also be like a strain on your computer, like more bandwidth usage, so maybe more chances of like dropped frames, especially if you're playing like an intensive game or something and streaming to multiple platforms at once. But then there's also like moderation. You know, it's harder to track chat from multiple platforms, and in that sense, it's harder to moderate it. So like, do you have to find other moderators that you trust to moderate for you? Because I don't think you can moderate through multi-chat. You would have to be on each one individually in order to moderate your chat properly. So that could get a little confusing. They removed multi-streaming restriction. Yeah, okay, good. Whew. I got scared for a second. But yeah, I think it's good for testing things before like you commit exclusively. But I do think it might be a better idea to maybe kind of niche down and stick to like one or two places tops. If you're like multi-streaming to like every single platform, I don't know, that just seems maybe desperate or unprofessional, for lack of a better word. Yeah, it just makes more sense to be where your audience is more active. So, but what is everyone else's thoughts? I think that was a great question. Thank you. Feel free to ask more questions. That was fun. One thing I want to get into talking about is our hobbies. Hobbies. What are your hobbies? What are some of your favorite hobbies? I have a lot of hobbies, but right now my hobby is gaming with my friends. I do not like gaming alone. I typically do not do solo gaming activities. They all have to have either where I can voice chat with strangers or I can play with my friends, again, typically on a voice chat sort of way. So if there's no voice in the game, I'm on Discord with them. It used to be like, was it TeamSpeak? Is that what it was called? I don't even remember anymore. It used to be TeamSpeak, but now it's Discord. I freaking live in Discord these days. And I feel like I probably should create my own community on Discord. I'm so bad at keeping up and keeping in touch. I just want to show up, you know, but like doing all the behind the stuff and like moderating or finding people that I trust to moderate, like it's a thankless not paid job. It's a volunteer type of thing. And I feel like that can get very messy very quickly if you end up putting your trust in the wrong hands, and like how much power you give people, it can be abused or misused, and that's unfortunate. Evan says, I think there's something about showing chat from other sites on your stream or something. I remember a streamer not being allowed to show their kick chat. Yeah, I think there is some stuff like that, especially if it is monetary. So I saw I would consider a top streamer or a pretty popular streamer. He got temporarily, I don't know if banned is the right word, but he got like just temporary, I guess temporarily kicked or unable to use, like in a timeout. He was in a timeout from Twitch for a couple days because I believe it was because he was thanking people for donations on another platform. So let's say it's Twitch and YouTube. He was on Twitch, but he was live on both. And people were like doing super chats on YouTube and they were thanking them for that. And I don't know if somebody reported it or if that triggered something, but he got a little slap on the wrist from Twitch for mentioning that. Or maybe he was doing some sort of donation thing and then asking for money somewhere else. Either way, it had to do with money and it had to do with another platform. And so he was banned off Twitch for like a day or two, or who knows how long it was. You love TeamSpeak. Does TeamSpeak still wow, words? Hello, I'm broken today. Does TeamSpeak still exist? Say that 10 times fast. Like, do people still use it, I wonder? Because yeah, it's been a long time for me. But yes, I'm curious what hobbies people have been into lately. Still exists, but nobody uses it. Oh, that's so unfortunate. That was good times. Very easy to get into TeamSpeak. I think someone had invited me to play Minecraft. I'd never played before, and they really wanted to get to know me, but this person is fucking married, right? And they want to like talk to me. And I'm thinking this is red flag on red flag on red flag. Like for me, I see married people like you would probably see your siblings, as in not fucking romantically interested in someone who's blood related to you. Just like I'm not fucking interested in someone who's married to someone else, typically, right? So I was just like, yeah, no, I'm good. And they're like, no, I want to teach you. I want to show you how to play this game. And I'm thinking, Minecraft is for kids. I'm not, like I don't think I would like it. And then I said, I play with my friends. And what did they do? They bought Minecraft not only for me, but for 4 other of my friends at the time, just so that I would go and play with them. And they invited me to their server. They invited all my friends, and then they literally only like walked me through how to play the Minecraft. And I don't know if I said Sims. I hope I didn't. I meant Minecraft. They walked me through Minecraft, but it was modded, first of all. It was, I think, Feed the Beast mod. So from someone never playing Minecraft to the first thing being Feed the Beast, it was freaking confusing. But they held my hand, and like the only thing that I could really figure out and enjoy in such a short amount of time was fishing. So I spent most of my time fishing, and my friends had to figure out their own way, do their own thing. And then later on I realized that this dude was slowly like kicking all of my friends off one by one. So it was literally just me and him, and that was weird to me, and I ended up not playing with him for very long. But I had the game, and I was like, I don't know what to do. Is there something else that I can do? And I ended up looking up communities to where I could play with other people. And I found a community that was on TeamSpeak. So I downloaded TeamSpeak, and they had other games. So I'm like, okay, what other games? Like, if I like this, what else might I like? And I found 7 Days to Die from that. And 7 Days to Die has been kind of a love of mine ever since. So yeah. Hobbies, playing games with friends. I do not like to play alone. I bought 7 Days for so many people. This game was like $40 a pop. I bought it for so many people because I wanted them to play with me. I even bought it on console. Hated it on console. Never played it again on console, but I have it technically. What other hobbies? I'm a crafter. I like to craft. I like to cook and bake. I don't love cooking, but I do not hate cooking. I don't mind. Cooking is only enjoyable for me if I'm doing it for someone else, not for myself. If I'm cooking for myself, it's very bare bones, minimum. Like, I don't want to spend more than 10 minutes cooking for myself, really. So I make a lot of ramen noodles. I do doctor it and spice it up a little bit, but I try to keep it very quick. Let's see. Other hobbies of mine, what I've been doing right now lately is I've been bed rotting. Is bed rotting a hobby? I don't know, but I'm officially making it one. I'm a bed rotter. So I lie in bed all day and I will sleep or watch TV. And I've been watching mostly YouTube and Netflix. And on Netflix, I'm watching mostly K-dramas and a few, like, I guess reality shows, but they're not like the typical American reality shows. They're like foreign reality shows. Ocelot says, console was my first experience with 7 Days. Yeah, it was bad, lol. Still like the game though. Oh, I hated it. But I'm also not used to using controller. And aiming with controller, like, I feel like you need aim assist for those types of... I just, no. I'm sure if I played long enough, I could get used to it, but I just, Anybody who can play a shooting game with controller, I have, like, such a huge amount of respect for you, because holy fuck. How? Also, with 7 Days, console versus PC, I think they have two different groups of people working on each one. So updates on console are not as often as on PC. I don't even know when the last time console was updated with 7 Days. I have no clue, but I know that it's inconsistent. It has come so far. Evan Doyle says, I enjoy cooking for myself and sometimes others if I'm close with them. Not a fan of cooking for strangers. Yeah, I don't know that I'm a fan of cooking for strangers. But yes, if I know someone, I will cook for them. And enjoy it. Like, I enjoy seeing if somebody likes something for sure. Grew up with controllers, so you're used to it. Your friends on PC give you so much shit. I am hardcore mouse and keyboard. Keyboard and mouse. Keyboard and mouse, man. So much so that I downloaded an app just to have clicky sounds. My keycaps when I'm typing. You hear that? Just so that I could have clicky sounds. I love it. Sometimes, like, I have to think of something to type and something to say just so I can hear myself typing. It's so fun. It's so relaxing. I love it. I love my keycaps. Console updates have to go through Microsoft or Sony, so they are a lot slower. Ooh. See? Learned something new today. Thank you for sharing that. I did not know that. All right, how are we doing? Is the music at a decent volume? Should I lower it? As long as you can hear me and I'm not redlining. Do I sound too close to the microphone? I know I ask these things a lot, but I care about your ears. I want you to have a nice, chill experience with me, so let me know. Thank you. But yes, I do like baking, and my sister is getting more into it as well. And we are kind of geeking over like trying to do some like food prep and stuff. Ideally, I would love to have like a teeny little garden where I can start growing my own like herbs and spices and maybe a couple fruits and vegetables, you know, like that would be so fucking sick. And then get into like preserving like, like some foods and stuff. Yeah, because certain foods are more or less expensive during different seasons. Like meat, for example, is getting more and more expensive. Y'all know eggs were pretty expensive for a while. And sometimes just based off of things that are happening, whether there's like let's say, I forgot. Hold on. I think I could be misquoting this, but there was a time where there was like mad cow disease, or like, something that was like affecting the cows, something at one point that was affecting chickens and eggs. And like, we can't always predict those things, but when they do happen, it affects like the food supply, right? And so if something is scarce, but there's a lot of demand for it, obviously the prices are going to rise. And if you already have stuff like saved, you can use what you already have. So like, there are ways to see when shit is in season, out of season, when they're going to be at their cheapest. Buy in bulk and like save it for later, And I don't mean always going to Costco. Like, you could go to like an actual butcher. You can go to like, if you eat meat, you can go like to certain places where they have like better deals, and buy shit in bulk and preserve it and save it in a special way so you'll have it. Like, I don't know. It's basic, but I want to get into it. I don't know. And my sister and I have kind of been geeking about it a little bit, not gonna lie. So that is my hobbies. Growing up, you had chickens, and they're easy to keep if you have the space. Were they like free roaming? Happy little chickens. Yeah, I think my mom had that experience as well. I don't know how deep I should get into it because some of the stories she told me. So my mom is Jamaican, and they lived, where they had their own little plot of land. So I think they had like lemon trees and, like maybe mango trees and stuff like that. Pepper. I don't know if peppers grow on trees or bushes, but they had peppers that they would grow. And they also had some animals like chickens. And, chickens would lay eggs, but also they are a source of meat, protein. And typically they don't wait for chickens to die. They would like send the kids out and be like, hey, bring us a chicken. And my mom would tell me, and this is how like you've grown up in completely different times or just like different upbringing, because my mom said her and her brothers would love to go around and chase the chickens, and when they needed one for dinner, they would grab it. This is graphic, so this might be TMI. Maybe I need to trigger warning this, but trigger warning. Animal cruelty. They would love to chase around the chickens and grab one. They would grab it by the neck and swing it around and like literally break their necks and kill them instantly. At least I think it was instant. I don't know, because I've heard stories of, running like a chicken with its head cut off. So anyway, that's that. And then fast forward like 20 years when my mom had my sister, had my mom. When my mom had my sister grew up and I don't know if it was my mom or her father or my father, but somebody, I think it might have been my father, took her to like a farm where she would see like all the live cows and stuff. And next thing you know, she would see like part of a cow like go into a building and then come back like chopped up, and that terrified her and freaked her out. And so that you could see like there's a whole different upbringing, because my sister didn't grow up around that. I didn't grow up around that either. So I have no idea how I would react seeing something like that for the first time as a child. Even as an adult, I think a lot of people probably would, if you didn't grow up around it, a lot of people would be horrified and disgusted by seeing how our food is made, especially the meats, how our food is prepared, how our food is, unalived, right? So heavy topic, and I think that's probably why organizations like PETA, I don't know if they do this anymore, but I remember when I was younger, they used to use scare tactics to essentially scare people into vegetarianism or veganism, and they would show you what goes on behind the scenes in a lot of these like meat supplying places or butchers or whatever, and how a lot of the bigger companies might have the animals cramped up in unnatural living spaces where they're not free roam, they're not happy, they're cramped up, they're like living in their own feces and getting sick. And when they get sick, they fill them up with antibiotics. And because they're small and malnourished, they're fattening them up. So they're feeding them like steroids and all types of things. And then the food that they eat is like corn, which I don't even know if is a good healthy diet for cows, for example, but that's what they're eating, right? And they grow the crops with like herbicides and pesticides that they feed the animals. So again, they get sick because it's not the right diet for them, plus it's full of herbicides and pesticides. Then they have to get antibiotics. So they're full of herbicides, pesticides, steroids, antibiotics, and who knows what else, right? Then they're, killed, chopped up, and sold. And then, like, our kids are eating that. We're eating that. And, like, I could go on and on. Like, that's a whole huge topic. But, yeah, in the US, like, I don't think you would want to eat meat here. It's very questionable at best. But if you go to like a local butcher, you'll probably be a lot better off. It's to the point where like I think it's illegal for us to drink cow's milk that is unpasteurized. Is that the right word? Like we can't drink raw milk. I mean, I don't drink milk, period, if I can help it, because I'm lactose intolerant. So I don't drink it. But I can't imagine, like, I think in almost any other country, raw milk is probably better than the pasteurized milk, where they like cook it or burn it in some sort of way to get rid of all of the toxins. But I think it also harms like the healthy nutrients in it too, And I hear that more people in the States have allergies to milk and dairy than they do in other countries. And I do wonder if that has to do with the way that milk is processed in the US. I don't know. Questions on questions. Evan says, yeah, thankfully in my country, there's a lot less cruelty to animals as part of meat industry. Not perfect by any means, though. Exactly. Yeah, there's so much involved with that. I don't think I could work at a meat packing plant. I don't think I could, I don't know how confident I am in being someone who could butcher a living creature. But I do have less issues with eating it. It is what it is. I think if push comes to shove, if desperate times call for desperate measures, I will go hunting and, try to, earn my meal. But also, thank the animal for its sacrifice. And obviously, I wouldn't go into overconsumption with it either. Sore. But anyway, food. Love food. Do I think ethical cannibalism can exist? Let's let's paste this. Do you think ethical cannibalism can exist? Let me think about that for a second. I don't think so. Ethical cannibalism? I didn't have to think about that. I said I would think about it, but I don't have to think about it. No, I can't. I feel like even if someone volunteers their body, right? I still think it's impossible. Or nearly impossible. Bagman, oh my goodness. Bagman exists? It's been 84 years. Hello. Bagman, how are you doing? We're talking about cannibalism, believe it or not. Yeah, because I still think like you need to harm someone in order to do this, right? And I don't think it's a good idea to normalize human consumption. You know, I think that's harmful in so many ways, not just to the person who would be being eaten, but like the psychological impact of that, like the social and even cultural. I feel like that's so harmful in so many ways. And like, why would you want to eat humans anyway? Like, gross. Gross in terms of like, you know how they say like a dog's mouth is cleaner than a human's? I don't know how much I believe that, but like, I would believe that animals' bodies tend to be healthier than humans. The things that we ingest on the daily, I feel like makes it medically unsafe to eat a human because we don't know what that human has ingested. We don't know what kind of like medicines that person's had. If they've had like, let's say they've had chemo, you know, they've had all types of radiation or all types of like drugs or all types of like junk food and just really bad, unhealthy shit. Like, how many humans really are out there like grazing on grass? So should we only eat vegans? Like what? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I think humans eat more like goats than any other animal. Not that that is the most important reason for not eating other humans. Foster, hey, you came in at the right time. We're talking about ethical cannibalism. Does it or can it exist? I agree, Evan. I feel like vegans would taste better. But like, how many vegans are there? I don't know though. This is the thing, right? I think vegans eat better. However, they have to compensate, right? I think vegans would taste better because they eat better, but they have to compensate because of the lack of some nutrients. And a lot of vegans, I think, compensate maybe with eating, not eating, but consuming a lot of other, like maybe vitamins and minerals and supplements, right? And another thing too is like Oreos are vegan, technically. So a vegan that eats like nothing but like vegan junk food, I don't know if that's necessarily better. I don't think they'll taste better. I mean, because I'm sure there's a vegan out there that eats like really bad for a vegan. Those would be vegans who eat crazy amounts of veggies, not the junk food vegans. Gotcha. But like, how do you know? How can you trust and believe? And then like, what vegan is gonna volunteer to be cannibalized? And like, okay, would it be ethical to wait for someone to die a natural death? And then if they died a natural death, like, would their body still be good enough to eat? Like, wouldn't it wouldn't it be like not good? Like, this is the thing, man. There's so many. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know that. I don't know. I keep saying I don't know because I think I'm uncomfortable. Not gonna lie. Humans eat like goats. I mean that in terms of why did I say humans eat like goats? I'm saying it because I think in terms of like other animals who are typically grazing or eat like one thing, we consume a whole bunch of different things, and not just food. We smoke, some of us do drugs, some of us, you know, have medicine that we ingest in our body. And so like eating a human, which I do not condone, I think that is so far from being ethical, would probably just not taste good. I just don't think it would taste very good. What do y'all think? Would you rather, if you had to eat a human, if you had to be a cannibal, would you rather eat a vegan or like someone who's on like one of those diets? What are those diets? Like oh my gosh, what's that one diet? The keto diet, where all they eat is fats. So they eat cheese and meat and fatty stuff. Would that be like the human version of like Wagyu beef? But yeah, either way, humans just ingest a wider range of just substances than most animals, which is why I think they fit the profile of a goat. They're not grazers. Are carnivores with like stable diets, you know? And that's just, yeah. The goat comment is based on like consumption habits. Why did Mimi suggest eating humans? I didn't suggest eating humans. Don't get me wrong. Someone asked the question and now we're pasting it here. Our chat is like an AMA. You can ask me anything. You can ask chat anything. We were talking about our hobbies and, you know, we're going to be sharing story times and stuff. But right now, yeah, we're talking about cannibalism and if it could be considered ethical. I would say no. There are tribes that eat people and they call people long pigs, so it's probably not that bad. In tribes, they probably also don't have like the standard typical diet that we have as well, so maybe they're closer to the vegans that we discussed. Bagman says, I think I remembered the best part of eating the human body was the palm of a hand. I remember reading a fact from somewhere. The palm of a hand is the best part? That's a whole waste of a human body just to eat hands. Imagine. Do you remember? Or remember from reading? Flawless Bagel, welcome back. How are you doing? Oh my goodness. Y'all are wild. You guys are wild. I'm scared now. I can't lie. I'm a little scared. I feel like some of y'all, I don't know. I feel like I can't trust being in proximity with y'all if desperate times called for desperate measures. I might be unsafe. Don't trust me, say less, say less. We were talking about hobbies, so if anyone wants to share what some of their hobbies are right now, I would not mind discussing that. All right, let's switch back. Look at that. Cute. Messing around in FL Studio. Ooh, music production. That's super fun. I've been wanting to get into FL Studio again, but it probably will be a while. Although I have been messing around in Suno AI, and it would be really cool to take some of the stems and break apart songs that we generate and do something with that. That would be really fun. Mimi desperately trying to change the topic. Desperately. And I think we've nailed it. I think that was a beautiful transition. Y'all should take notes. But yes, my current hobby is watching K-dramas, playing games with my friends, and making music with AI, which is so weird because I felt like in the beginning, I don't know, I've never been like an AI hater. I do understand people feeling, people being against it, people not liking it, people not wanting to use it. But I come from the standpoint of AI is here. It's here to stay. And it's very much going to be like, you learn it and you adapt to it, or you get left behind kind of situation, because there will be people using it. And if you're in any sort of industry that has competition, your competition is going to have a one-up on you because they're using AI. Now, I obviously understand that a lot of AI was trained on stolen content, stolen art, stolen whatever you want to call it. And I think that's pretty fucked up. Even DeviantArt, huge place that a lot of artists literally grew up on, was given permission for AI to train on it. Give me 1 second. I just want to make sure nobody's calling me in the house. All is right with the world. That good old phrase. Cleaning your room is your hobby. I need to do that. I have family coming over and they're staying in my room unexpectedly. They were gonna stay in my mom's room, and suddenly my mom decided she can't let them in her room because she can't stay downstairs. So now I have to give up my room. So I'll be living in my office, which I have so many Amazon boxes and so much junk I need to clear out. I have 2 desks in there. I need to get rid of one, and my old computer is in there too. And we're gonna have company here for at least a week. So that's either gonna be a week with me without my computer and maybe working from a laptop, or I'll have to move my whole setup into my office for the week. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I definitely need to clear enough space for me to sleep in there, and I'm gonna be sleeping Japanese style on a fucking futon on the ground type of deal, which is not a problem. I've done it before, and I think I'll be fine. But yeah, the body's gonna be sore a little bit, and I won't have my TV. Well, I'll have my laptop, so I'll be able to watch my K-dramas through my laptop. That's fine, totally fine. You just want to load a Suno song into FL. Yes, Foster, yes, do it, please. And stream it. I want to watch. I want to see what the flow is like. To see how the beats align and such. Is it actually mixable, or does it just happen to sound good? I think it'll definitely be mixable, especially if you take that one song. Because in FL Studio, I think you can change the beats per minute. I think you can fix it to where it works with other things for sure, or modify those other things to fit with your song. Either or. I think you could totally do that. I love that idea. I miss messing around with music on stream. It was so fun. I think most of you kind of missed that era. A lot of it wasn't in FL Studio, but I did try it for a short amount of time. Most of it was using my loop pedal, where I would essentially be a one-woman band, and I would just record on a loop one thing and layer on top of it something else. So maybe I'd do like a drum loop, or maybe like a beatbox and like cats, right? And then that would repeat over and over and over again. And then maybe I would hum on top of it like ooh, and then sing or play like my guitar or play a keyboard, or I have a, oh my god, what is it called again? A kalimba. Play my kalimba, stuff like that. Live looping. So fun. It's challenging, but super fucking fun. I highly suggest trying it. It's very cool. Cause like I've always wanted to be like in a quartet or in like a choir or a cappella group of some kind, and like I've never had the courage to do that because I don't feel like a strong singer in that sense. I don't know. But by myself, I can do all of that by myself and have a great time. And I do not need an audience. I used to like sit around with my guitar and play for hours or until my fucking fingers hurt. Typically it wasn't hours, but yeah, I could sing and just kind of write nonsense for hours. I don't necessarily think I'm good at the lyrics, but I think I'm all right at the melodies and stuff, maybe, possibly. I had a lot of fun doing just impromptu little jingles and stuff on stream. Like, let's say somebody gave me a topic, or I used someone's name in a song, and we would make like little songs out of inside jokes. Super fun. Highly recommend. Which is kind of like my Suno experience. Now Suno is actually kind of therapeutic to me. I've been writing songs about anything and everything. And then also using AI to, sometimes I would give the idea of what I'm thinking and have AI completely write it. Sometimes I would start with like the bare bones of it and have AI like improve upon it. And sometimes it would just be me completely 100% all the way through. And I like that I can mix and match between my writing style or, AI's writing style, or a mix of both, and make really fun songs. I could play some for you, or we could actually do some today, and it's fun. It's fun. I promise. Actually, I'll play one for you. I had some friends. Let's pause this real quick. I had some friends who were playing Fortnite, and they were in a squad, so that's 4 people. And so I jumped in the VC, and one of them was like sharing their screen. So I was watching them play a little bit, and I wasn't talking. I was just typing, and I was like, oh, I want to say hi to them, but I don't really feel like talking. I don't want to interrupt their game too much. And so I went into Suno and I wrote a song. It's very simple. It's more like a jingle than a whole song. And I just put their names in it. So there were 4 people. Why doesn't this show? Hold on. Huh. Oh, it's not on this page, maybe? There it is. And every time you write something on Suno, it gives you 2 versions. So I said I wanted something that was like alternative pop, where it was female vocals with like a breathy tone, and like I wanted synth pads, like minimal percussion, where it was more like lo-fi pop. You could put as much or as little stylistic tags in there that you want. And I tend to go for like more than just like one simple thing. I try to get as specific as possible. You could even go down to like how many beats per minute you want your song to be. It's not always perfect, but it can be very close, and you can always regenerate it until you get something more along the lines of what you actually want. So I went in and I just wrote the most simple. I wrote 2 lines, 2 verses. Actually, I wrote 1 like verse and just repeated it twice. And so I said hello to each person. So we had Rin, Zora, Handy, and Aurora, and 2 people's names ended in RA. So I was like, oh, this is perfect. It's gonna rhyme. It's gonna be cute. And then I just wrote a little thing about Fortnite, and then I'll just play it. Should we just play it? Let's play the first one here. It's 54 seconds long. Here you go.
Hello Rin, hello Zora, hello Handy and Aurora. Hope you're building, aiming true. Fortnite fun for all of you. Hello Rin, hello Zora, hello Handy and Aurora. From Mimi Mango in the sun. Hope your days of victory run.
It made a whole fucking thing. And that was not with, I mean, obviously I used AI for like the instrumentals and stuff, but I wrote how I wanted it. I wrote all the words and it turned it into a thing, and it doesn't sound half bad, right? I'll play the other version of it. Here.
Hello Rin, hello Zora,
A little more happy.
hello Handy and Aurora. Hope you're building, aiming true. Fortnite
This gets stuck in my head, bro. It's so catchy.
Hello Rin, hello Zora, hello Handy and Aurora. From Mimi Mango in the sun. Hope your days of victory run.
And the coolest part about this, again, is that you can get the stems, so I can take out the vocals if I wanted to sing over it myself in like FL Studio, or bring it into Adobe Audition or any other audio editing sort of program, or DAW, D-A-W. I mean, fucking cool. He's cool. How long did that take you? It's kind of scary how good it is. It didn't take me long at all. It literally, I said, hello Rin, hello Zora, hello Handy, and Aurora. Like, it's so simple. It was so simple. It didn't take me long at all. At all. Not at all. So like, if I saw a couple people in here, if any of you had like a name that kind of rhymed with someone else's name, I could do that too, you know? Or I could just say hello to somebody and end it in something. As long as it ends in something that rhymes, like, it'll sound good. It doesn't, like, it, you could write, it doesn't even have to rhyme, I don't think. I don't even think it has to rhyme. I think you could say the dumbest shit, but if you prompt it properly, say that 3 times fast. If you prompt it properly, and by proper I mean like, you know, one genre might work better than another. Of course, my mom calls me. I didn't tell her I was streaming. Give me 2 seconds. We will play something else in the meantime while I answer her.
I've been pouring out my heart piece by piece, trying to heal everybody but me. Smile for the crowd, cry in the sheets. Who gon' hold me when I fall too deep? Gave away light, now I'm standing dim. Looking in the mirror, don't know where I've been. Is it strength or just pretend? Tell me, where do I begin? Do I love me right, or just survive night to night? I give and I give, but it
Hello, we're back.
feels.
All right, ignore that song. Okay. We're back. Thank you, thank you. Yes, I've been obsessed with this damn site. Like, I didn't want to like it. I didn't want to like it. I didn't want it to sound as good as it does. They have different models, and each model sounds different or has different capabilities and stuff, and some of them don't sound great, but they're like the older models. And sorry, I'm out of breath. I just ran up the stairs. My mom thought she heard someone like opening our garage door, or that the garage door opened, so I went to check it out. That didn't happen. Nobody died. We're all good. Should we create a song? Should we create a song live? Let me open up my notepad. Notepad. Okay. Can I share my notepad? Guess I'll have to go to a live scene. But I'm nervous what you're gonna see. 2 seconds. I don't have anything really secret. It's just I've got game capture open. Okay, so let's do window capture. There's nothing in the background. That's part of the problem. But whatevs. It's fine. It's fine, darling. Do I have anything I don't know. I think it's not gonna look great. Yeah, it's not gonna look too great. Whatevs. How do I move this over? Nope, that didn't work. Anyway, whatevs. Let's bold our text. What the helly? Test. Is that big? That's not big enough, huh? Is that big enough? Okay. So we can write a song or like a quick little jingle just to see like how quickly it can be. And it doesn't have to rhyme, although I think a lot of times it sounds better if it rhymes. What should we write about? Coffee cup. Traffic jam. Old shoelace. Wigan Kagan. Halloween jingle? Oh, we'll do that next. Alright, so I'm gonna try to basically write a song about, I don't know, about how you can write a song about anything and make it work. So coffee cup, traffic jam, old shoelace. Turn it into a rhyme. Whoa, what happened to my what the hell? Hold on. What the heck happened to the text size? What? Why? Why? Here we go. What did I say? Turn it into a rhyme. What rhymes with lace? Pick up the bass. Give it some bass. Here we go. And then let's stretch this out a little. There we go. tune, or should I say a song? A song can start from anything. Boom. Look at that. Your songwriting. Why does it keep doing this? I don't like this. Why does it keep doing this? Hello? Do we need to highlight everything and do that? A song can start from anything. What the fuck did I say? I already lost it. If it's in your head, let the chorus sing. 'Cause music grows from everything. Anything, everything. Everything, not anything. Can't rhyme. I mean, you can rhyme anything with anything, but that's stupid. All right. So, like, not the most brilliant thing in the world, but it probably will sound nice. So let's go to custom. I know you can't see what I'm doing, but I'm pasting in these like quick little lyrics, and then we can figure out what kind of style, what type of music do you like? Do you like rock? Do you like rap? Do you want to combine rock and rap together? Do you want it fun and lighthearted? Or do you want it dark and cinematic? Do you want it like breathy, airy, ethereal? You know, all of these things describe music. And yeah, you could, if you like an artist, figure out what their style is. How is the singing style? How is the music? What instruments are in it? You can say as much or as little as you want. I could literally just do the lyrics and it'll make a song. Or I can pick what kind of style I want. Do I like EDM? Do I like trance music? Do I like yodel? I'm sure it can. I'm sure it can. Yodeling is crazy. Let me think. How would we do this? Oops, I pasted that twice. I pasted the lyrics twice. I mean, I guess I could have it repeat like I did before. TBF, what's up, what's up? We are writing a song and I guess it's gonna be like, I guess country pop? Pop country? Country pop. Folk. Yodel. Maybe acoustic guitar, or do they do guitar when people are yodeling, or is it going to be more like, I'm trying to think. I maybe banjo? Do we want it to be like super yodel breakcore? What's breakcore? I'll type it. I don't know what the hell that is. Breakcore. I don't know what that is. We want maybe energetic guitar or banjo. I'll say guitar. Hand claps. And a light bass groove, maybe. Fun, catchy rhythm with playful yodeling. With short, playful yodeling breaks after each line. I don't know how much it takes the styles on, but we'll see. So we're gonna do country pop. I also put folk and whatever the fuck breakcore is, and we'll see. Do we want male or female vocals, or doesn't matter? I'll just not check it and just see what happens. And what are we gonna call this? I'm not gonna name it anything. Breakcore is an extremely fast drum and bass with complex rhythm. That's gonna be crazy. All right, well, let's see what it does. It'll do 2 versions of the song, so we'll see what happens. It's called Coffee Cup Traffic Jam Old Shoelace. That's what they named it. All right, the future is yodel. Okay, let's hear the first one. Are you ready? You see the lyrics. Oh, and I'll paste what I put as the style. So this is what I wrote as the style. There. And now let's play the first one.
Coffee cup, traffic jam, old shoelace, turn it into a rhyme. Give it some bass, a song can start from anything, cause music grows from everything. Coffee cup, traffic jam, old shoelace, turn it into
I hate it.
Give it some bass, a song can start from anything, cause music grows from everything.
But it's not bad, but I hate it. Where's the yodeling? Where are my yodels, chat? Biggest fan, Rabiza! It's still going. Is this the yodel? What the hell is this? How do we feel about the lyrics, though? Wow. Here's the other one.
Turn it into a rhyme, give it some bass. A song can start from anything, cause music grows from everything. Coffee cup, traffic jam, old shoelace.
There's no yodeling. I'm gonna switch it to a different model and see if it does it. We're gonna do it again. What the heck? That's probably the breakcore that broke it. Breakcore broke it. But let's try. So I'm doing a different model. So we just did model 4.5. Now we're gonna do model version 5 and see what happens, okay? Wow, this one is... Version 5 is so literal, this shit is actual 18 seconds long, so let's see. Oh, I hate it.
Turn it into a rhyme, give it some bass. A song can start from anything, cause music grows from everything.
There was the tiniest bit of yodel in his voice. Ooh. Hold on. God, this is so... That one was the most. That was the closest. Right there. Hey, Poster, have a good one. Thanks for hanging out. Maybe give it less instructions to try and force the yodeling. All right. So we'll just say country pop folk yodel. Let's try. I'll go back to the older model. Let's see. There you go. All right, let's try it again. It's your last shot, Suno. Get it right.
Coffee cup, traffic jam, old shoelace. Turn it into a rhyme, give it some bass. A song can start from anything, cause music grows from everything.
What the hell? There's no yodeling. Why aren't they yodeling?
Coffee cup, traffic jam, old shoelace. Turn it into a rhyme, give it some bass. A song can start from anything, cause music grows from everything.
Yodelay, 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 yodelay. I just have to do it myself because obviously Suno hates us. It's giving mariachi country band. There was no yodeling to be had. All right, let's trash this and do something new. Give us a topic to write about and we'll try to figure it out. Let's try to write something from scratch. And hopefully, oh, you know what? Maybe because we went to another line that it's like, oh, title. Let's do, I guess, subtitle or something. And let's see, heading. Okay. Okay, subtitle, whatever. Halloween Mongolian throat. So y'all are crazy. I don't even know. Write a song that is about Halloween but has Mongolian throat singing in it. I don't know. I gotta think. Why did this go, bitch? If you don't, thank you. And bebop. Oh God, you guys. So maybe. Okay, when I think Halloween, I think like. If I'm thinking playful, I'm thinking like jack-o'-lanterns and stuff. But if I'm thinking like All Hallows Eve, I'm thinking Headless Horseman and like foggy grave sites and like horror type shit. So maybe like hooves in the distance. Or maybe drums in the distance. And who's on the sand? What rhymes with sand? Hand, band, brand, bland. Command, stand. Fanned. Drums in the distance. Hooves on the sand. Something, something, something. Your command. Bitch, if you don't stay in the same something, 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 your command. Grand. I like that. Um, so I want to redo the second line to end in the word grand. So drums in the distance, hooves on the sand. Willow the wisp seeming all grand. Brain is breaking. Halloween. Drums in the distance. Hooves on the sand. Shadows awaken. The night feels grand. Does that sound lame? March with your command. Ooh, ooh, the horses march. I don't know, bitch. This is harder than I thought. Oh my god, if you one more fucking candles flicker. The owls. Are owls scary? Wolves start to sing. Banshees. The banshees sing. Just stay. If you don't stay in subtitle. If you don't stay in subtitle, motherfather. If you don't stay in damn subtitle. Drums in the distance, hooves in the stand, shadows awaken, the night feels grand. Shadows flicker. Is that even how you spell flicker? The banshees sing. Something something where the lost souls cling. Candles flicker, the banshees sing. Halloween. I guess they wail or scream. Ooh. Oh god, thank goodness you can't see that. I forgot my phone is connected to my computer and I just had like a text message pop up. Tropical storm. It's about the tropical storm that might be coming. It's Halloween. Drums in the distance, hooves in the sand, shadows awaken, the night feels grand, candles flicker, the banshees sing. Halloween is where the lost souls cling, or taking you Halloween calls. I don't fucking know, Beach. The Lost Souls Scream. Do we like Scream over Cling? Sing, Scream. It doesn't have to rhyme that perfectly. Halloween calls, let the darkness ring. Let the... Whatever. This is good enough. Now I'll put like kind of instructions. Oh, bitch, if you don't... pissing me off. I want you guys to see what we're writing. I can try to add in maybe like just adding it in styles, like adding yodeling in the style. Maybe that didn't work. So maybe we can put it in like instructions. So we can say throat singing drone over low percussion, maybe. I don't know if it's parentheses or brackets that it needs to be in. I don't know. Let's try parentheses first. I don't know, or I don't know. And then we'll try to add like sound effects. So, maybe like this. Should I do dashes or dots? Can I spell, please? I can't English. Fix it. I don't know how this is gonna sound. I have no idea how this is gonna sound. But let's copy and paste it. And then the style is gonna be, you said Mongolian throat singing, I think you said. Good Lord, Charlie. So I'm gonna say ethereal. How would you describe a song that has Mongolian throat singing to Suno AI? Like what genre, what instruments would fit with that? Maybe I would want it cinematic. That's one that I like to use a lot. Morin, what is that? Maybe tribal. Maybe we want like world, maybe ambient. I have to look up what a Morin Kur is. I'm probably saying that so wrong. Let's see. I'm gonna look that up. Ooh. Also known as a horsehead fiddle, is a traditional Mongolian bowed string instrument. It is one of the most important musical instruments of the Mongolian people and is considered a symbol of the... Wow! Cool! Thanks. I'm gonna put that in. Thank you. See, you just made the song better. We're gonna put that. And then... do we want to add anything else? Folk? Let's try this. Okay, so I'm gonna put this in as the lyrics. I'm gonna put this in as the style. And no title. and let's just see what happens. This is in model version 4.5 plus. And let's see how it goes. Drums in the distance, hooves in the sand. Shadows awaken, the night feels grand. We are clearly professionals here. All right, here's the first one. That was pretty quick. Here we go. Ooh.
Drums in the distance, hooves on the sand. Shadows awaken, the night feels grand. Candles flicker, the banshees sing. Halloween calls where the lost souls scream. Spirits right, tonight they sing.
Bitch.
Spirits right, tonight they sing. Spirits right.
I wouldn't consider it Mongolian throat singing, but
Spirits right, tonight they sing.
give us the throat singing.
Spirits right, tonight they sing. Spirits right, tonight they sing.
I'm sure there's a way to get it. We just don't know how to describe it properly, I guess. Or where to put it.
Tonight they sing.
Damn, it's so good though. Even though it didn't get the throat singing. It does have a tiny bit of Aurora vibe to it. I hear that. Here's the other version. Come on, throat singing. Yeah, I tried to put throat singing in parentheses in the lyrics, but didn't work. Maybe I needed brackets instead of... I'll try it again with brackets instead, you think? Instead of the parentheses, maybe that was the problem.
Drums in the distance, hooves on the sand. Shadows awaken, the night feels grand. Candle flicker, the banshees sing. Halloween calls where the lost souls scream.
They're trying.
Tonight they sing. Spirits right.
I don't think this is gonna have it either.
Spirits right. Tonight they sing.
It's still impressive though. Like, we wrote these lyrics out of nothing and it turned it into a whole thing. That's so wild. Let's try another one. I put it in brackets now, and let's see if that makes a difference. It might not. Should I just fast forward and see if we hear throat singing throughout it?
Spirits right tonight they sing.
The art of yodeling and throat singing are safe from AI. Exactly, Evan. So far.
Drums in the distance, hooves on the sand.
I like the instrumental on this. Let's fast forward.
Soul scream. Spirits right
I don't think it's gonna do it.
they sing.
I want to like I'm trying to like hold out hope that the low hum in the back is supposed to be the throat singing, but I don't know if I am.
It feels great. It's right.
The vocals are stunning though. How is this AI? Well, no throat singing. What if we just do a simple... We're gonna do a simple description and have... AI do it. And let's see. Song about Halloween with heavy Mongolian throat singing. Cinematic, dark. What other tag words did we use? I know you can't see what I'm typing, sorry. I should have done it in the notepad and copied and pasted it for you to see. Do we want tribal? Oh, I'll put the Morin Kerr as well. All right, let's just see what happens. This is probably going to be a lot longer. Ritual type music. This is called Haunting Shadows. Let's see if they're going to do a lot better than us. Lyrically, I'm sure. But let's see. Wait, it's an I put it instrumental. Sorry, hold on. Uncheck. We have to do it again. Actually, let me skim through the instrumental and see if we hear throat singing. Sounds dark though. Oh, I wish I didn't. I accidentally put fucking instrumental, bitch. This is an amazing backtrack though. Instrumental throat singing, it's crazy. Okay, but let's listen to the Ghosts in the Hollow now is what it's called instead of Haunting Shadows. I don't know if this... We're gonna listen to two whole ass songs and it's not gonna have it, but we'll see.
The moon's a scarred eye. It watches the ground.
Tell me if you consider any of this
Whisper secrets.
throat singing.
Don't make a sound. Through the trees, a breath like a wolf on the prowl. The night is alive with a growl, with a howl.
Oh, you can't see the lyrics. This is a whole fucking song, bro.
They call through the fog, through the dark. They crawl, a chill in the marrow, a scream on the breeze. Halloween dances with the dead in the trees.
Okay. Half a second of maybe throat singing?
Lanterns flicker, they bleed orange light. A skeleton laughs in the jaws of the night. The dirt is restless, it shifts and it stirs. The past wakes up and it remembers her. Clawing through the roots, through the stone. The earth spits secrets it should have left alone.
Evan, take care. Twitch chat 2Suno0.
Through the dark, they crawl, a chill in the marrow, a scream on the breeze. Halloween dances with the dead in the trees. The mooring crew wails like a widow in pain. The throat sings low like the voice of the slain. The ground cracks open, the spirits arise. The sky turns black, no stars. No sky.
Wild. It's definitely unsettling. Oh, Assassin's Creed would be crazy. I'm not gonna play the second one. That's another 4-minute long song. I'm over it. But that was very cool. I like that we experimented. We should definitely try it again. Now I shall go back to playing the back. Actually, let's just play the instrumentals that we made in the background while we hang out and chat a little bit. Ooh. All right. Switching back. Whoosh. Sha sha sha. Here is the topic. What are you watching, reading, or playing this week? I want to know. Mimi wants to know. This week, I have been playing 7 Days to Die, Project Zomboid, and Fortnite. I actually did also play Don't Starve Together once, and I played a demo of another game called Switchboard last night. while I was hanging out with some friends. And the demo seems broken. Maybe I'll show you guys sometime. The demo seemed broken, but I was able to figure out a way around it and to start actually playing. The demo is broken in the tutorial. So at one point, the tutorial just freezes and stops, and I think a lot of people leave the game and don't play again. But if you go to the settings and skip the tutorial, you're actually able to play the demo of the game for the first 5 days, which is maybe about 10 to 20 minutes long. And it's like an old school switchboard where you are connecting people on the phone. Somebody calls you, they tell you who they want to be switched to, and you connect them to that person so they can have their phone call. But there's a little bit more involved, like little secret spy missions and other shit like that. Things to look out for as you're doing your job at the switchboards. Seemed interesting. This instrumental's crazy. It sounds like they're taking a violin and turning it into like the slight little bit of like throat singing in the background. It's pretty cool. But yes, as some of you probably know, I have been playing Project Zomboid probably only once or twice with my streamer friend Nurse, and then I've also been playing 7 Days to Die with her on her streams every now and again as well, probably like every other stream of hers, or like I would join the second half of the stream in a server that she created, and Mooney is there as well, and we go around fighting zombies, building bases, and looting things like crazy. I definitely think we've got to a point where we can pretty much fight anything, especially if we go to tier 6 POIs or zones or territories. The prizes are crazy good. You get so much ammo. We have more ammo than we know what to do with at this point. Bagman says I've been playing tons of Sky Children or the Light. Sky Children of the Light for the whole month. A sweet game about exploring a magical world. Is similar to Journey but with people. Ooh. I think that's very cool. I'll have to look up Sky Children of the Light. I'm not sure I've heard of that game before, but the way you write it, it sounds fun. The newbies of the game, including me, were called moths. Wait, did I lose stream? Oh, I dropped some frames. Hopefully you guys can still see me. But, Sky Children, it sounds like a beautiful choice. How are the graphics on it? Is it like aesthetically pleasing? Is it like drawn? I should look it up instead of just asking you all the questions. Let's see. Sky Children of the Light online game. Ooh. Ooh, this looks like, oh, this has a similar art vibe to something. I don't remember what, but it looks very relaxing, but like still like full of wonder. Ooh. This week I've been playing Dispatch. Good Telltale game. Ooh, I like the Telltale games? I forgot how they're called. Dispatch. I'm gonna have to look into that as well. Are both of these games available on Twitch? Steam? Wow, words. Oh, someone is getting me into reading. I'm trying to get into reading again. I think I have like adult ADHD, and it's very difficult for me to stay focused while reading, unfortunately. I used to be a reader. I'm born into a family of readers, but I have lost the joy of reading because of how difficult it is to stay focused these days. But someone's trying to get me back into reading by reading like comics. I don't know if you would consider them web comics or mangas or what, but it's something along those lines. And I started reading a book. I'm only on chapter 2. No idea how many chapters are in it, but we will try. I will try to be persistent and finish reading. Try to do at least 1 chapter a day would be nice. Dispatch is available on Steam. Nice. Let me look it up on Steam real quick. These instrumentals are pretty sick. Dispatch. Dispatch 10% off. A superhero workplace comedy where choices matter. Manage a dysfunctional team of misfit heroes and strategize who to send to emergencies around the city, all while balancing office politics, personal relationships, and your own quest to become a hero. Episodes 1 and 2 out now. Ooh. Another cool art style. I like this. I know I'm not sharing it, sorry. Burglary in process. That's a long ass trailer. That's very cool. It's $27 US right now on sale from $30. The episode releases every week. Ooh, really? I wonder how many episodes there are. They must have put a lot of work into it to be able to release it once a week, though. Like, they must be jamming it, or they've like done a lot of work preemptively, I guess. All right, y'all, it's been great. Bagman says the people I've interacted in Sky are mostly wholesome. Is there voice chat in there? Or text chat, I'm assuming? Also, there was an Aurora concert that happened in Sky. Oh, I was there that day. Okay, I wasn't in it, but I had friends that were playing it. That's why it looks so familiar. I had friends that were playing it and they streamed it on Discord. So I got to see from 2 people's perspective the Sky concert. Oh, that's that game. Very cool. You weren't there, but there were millions of players. I was kind of there by proxy. It was very fucking cool. Yeah. As far as I know, the game is already done, but they release 2 every week so the fans can have discussions. That's fucking awesome, TBF. All right, I need to like mark both of these games down. Those are so cool. I love interactive stuff like that. I love that. Very cool. But alas, I must away. It is 12 o'clock. It is noon. I need to go get my grandma some breakfast. Or lunch, excuse me. Breakfast is done. Lunch. And I need to get up out of my chair and go for my daily walk. I'm going to try to walk at least a a mile or for at least 30 minutes. I don't know how far you walk in 30 minutes, but anyway, we're gonna go do that. Wish me luck. I hope you guys enjoy your weekend, and hopefully I see you tomorrow. If you're on YouTube, feel free to like the stream. If you're on Twitch, you don't have to do anything. Just, I don't think you can do anything except, I don't know, put an emote in here. Put an animated emote if you have one. And that's all. I have, oh, maybe if you're on Twitch, follow me on YouTube. And if you're on YouTube, follow me on Twitch. And all the things. I may or may not stream with some friends later. I don't know if it's going to be 7 days or Project Zomboid. I'm looking forward to it. So check out my friend's stream if you want to potentially see me later. I don't know. She doesn't really stream on the weekends, so we'll see. But anyway, yes, enjoy your day, everyone. Bye.